Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you come into the room, please say good morning. I would like to acknowledge your presence. I am Luciana Turner of the LT&A company, bringing you day 2 of the Contracting Chatter Project. The Chatter Project is to bring you what is going on in the government space. It is to inform our government contractors on what's new and what's going on, and to keep you abreast. There's just so much in the space. There are new regulations coming out daily. There are new legislations actually coming out that will greatly impact our small businesses, especially. And I just want to keep you in the nose in the happenings. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to give everybody, you know what, let everybody just jump in. For those of us who are early, we know the drill. I'm an early bird. I'm actually starting later than I normally start. 8 o'clock is late for me. I am a 7 o'clock person. I rise with the chickens. You know how it is in the DC space. We rise early, we get the grinding early in the morning. 8 o'clock is late. So let's get this party started. I'm going to start with updates to FAR, and there's actually quite a few. Currently open for comment is FAR Buy American Act requirement. And if you're not familiar with that, I'm actually doing a masterclass next month to go over some of the FAR requirements. And if you're a government contractor, there's actually a requirement per FAR that you do everything possible to source materials from American approved companies, if not from America. Um, Countries, not companies, excuse me. So there's a proposed amendment to that rule. And that excuse me, that amendment is up for comment until September 28th. So that's going to be an interesting thing. We also have a change in the base standards for information and communication and technology, which goes into effect September 10th of 2021. And that is going to be found, that is actually for our case 2017 0-011, section 508. And that is the base standards in information and communication technology. Now, we know there is a lot going on with cybersecurity, with spyware, malware, and all that stuff. So there's increased requirements on contractors to secure their systems, and that, and especially if you want to do work within DoD, if you want to do work with SEC, and they're actually pushing that requirement out even into GSA. And that's an interesting conversation going on in the space now. So I would caution any of my contractors that you need to stay aware of these cybersecurity requirements that are coming out. And whether you're bound by these requirements or not, I would tell you, you should look into becoming cyber secure. Small businesses are being attacked on a regular basis. And there's actually this new thing where companies are actually being cloned. And they're being cloned in such a way till the new companies are mirroring the current companies till it's causing customer confusion. And it's causing small businesses a lot of money to the point some companies are having to shutter their businesses. So I would greatly urge you to seek the counsel of any of a reputable cybersecurity company, even if it's another small business or a cybersecurity specialist. It is becoming ridiculous. And they're attacking small business. I'm segueing a little bit, but I'm going to get back on point in a minute. But they're attacking small businesses because we do not have the bandwidth for awareness, and some do not have the bank accounts, or they feel they don't have the bank accounts to take the necessary steps to secure themselves. And what I will challenge you is this: it is better to spend a couple of $100 now than to lose a couple of $1,000 later. So that should be a part of your awareness and your security plan. That's just my little um, tidbit of information for today. Let me get off my soapbox and continue our conversation. Those are just two of the new FAR requirements that are coming down the pike. There's also another FAR requirement, and I just lost my page, and I don't want to here and search for it and keep you today. But the Beta SAM website is up and fully functional. So if you are searching for government opportunities, if you're searching for wage and determination information, if you are searching for, you want to do like one stop research, go to Beta SAM. That is the new consolidated website that the government is using. It is replacing the old SAM website. I don't even think the old SAM website is up. It has replaced FBO, which was the original website that housed all of the government contracting opportunities. And if it has not already, it is going to replace the CFDA, which is the assistance living listing, website that the government had. So that's go to Beta SAMs. That's where you're going to do all your research, and it's also where your company should be registered. Now, word of caution: if you receive an email stating that there is a charge for registering to do work with the government, that email should be instantly deleted, and that email recipient should be blocked. There are companies who charge you for assisting to register you. That is a perfectly legal service. But if there is a business telling you that you must pay a fee to register to do business with the government, that is not legal. There is not a fee to do business with the government. There are contracts once awarded that charge you a percentage or a service fee, and we'll get into that a little later. And I actually did a master class about 5 years ago covering that, but I think that warrants revisiting, where there are certain contract types that will charge you a percentage or a fee, a 1% fee for servicing. Oh, the name of the website is beta BETA .sam.gov. betasam.gov. That's where you will register to do business with the government. You must be registered on that site. You must be registered on that site to even obtain government grants. And what we're also seeing is states are requiring you to be registered in Beta SAM. States are starting Beta SAM requirements. Beta Stam has also required you to put all of your banking information in there as well. They will also now require you, because of fraud that is occurring, you to submit a notarized letter stating who is authorized to speak for your company. And once you submit that information, whoever is listed on that letter are the only people or persons allowed to speak on behalf of your organization. So as your organization changes and grows, you must make sure that information stays current in SAMS. That's something that's also part of my training class before the RFP. A little shameless plug there. That you maintain congruency throughout the government and throughout any agency that you're doing business with. I also want to talk to you about contracting increase. Contracts budgets has increased by $83 million this year. And it looks like there's going to be an increase in spending next government year. Now we are in this is August, the fourth quarter of the government year. So there, the legendary low-hanging fruit is out there. I would caution small businesses who have not previously done work with the government not to spin your wheels excessively pursuing low-hanging fruit. I would tell you to spend this time going through the forecasts that are coming out. DHS just released their forecast for the next government year. I do know Capitol Police has released their forecast for the next government year. These government agencies are now releasing their forecasts for next government year. I would tell you to spend the next month and a half going over those forecasts, seeing what is available and what's coming down the pike. I would study the forecast to see what contracts are ending and start to build strategy. Low-hanging fruit, pursuing low-hanging fruit is only beneficial, and I'm going to say this with a caveat, and I'm getting ready to go against the grain. It's only beneficial if you already have an established relationship. But if you're coming in the door, they don't know you, just throwing stuff in the wind isn't the highest and effective use of your time. I would challenge you to use this time to do strategic introductions. I would challenge you to use this time to become acquainted with your potential customer, because a lot of small businesses, quite frankly, are trying to get in bed with the wrong customer. A lot of small businesses at this time, quite frankly, are pursuing contracts and pursuing business